everyone. I think my 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 sound is working. If you're watching this, let me know. I see I am on my Facebook. If you're watching the I see I am on my face. There we go. Yeah, let me just hopefully I am on my YouTube. You guys let me know. Okay, so welcome. Today I have our template challenge, and let me show you here. So if you have been following the channel, last week I had live doing a tutorial on Procreate. So today we're going to do on Photoshop. So this way, I know there's people here that have Photoshop, Affinity Photo, and iPad. So, but some people just want to learn the iPad, and that's fine. But then we can learn both. So you guys know I like to play with basically everything. And I would like to do some more tutorials with Affinity. It's just time, to record and especially edit everything. But before we get started, I want to show that this template is actually free. And let me take some things out of the way here. And I'm going to show you how you can see here how you can get the template. So here you have my store. If you go here at free, you have the template here. I also have a free Photoshop brush, free Procreate brush, and free Procreate palette. And today we are going to be using a collection of mine. If you go here on the shop, you have things for Photoshop, and you have a set here for Procreate, and I also have clip arts, coloring books, so you can take a look later. So that's where you can get the template. And let's get started here. I don't think you're gonna see my my bridge, because I would have to be changing back and forth. I also want to say that we have dogs in the area, so they're probably gonna do noise. If you leave a comment where you're watching from, or if you're watching this recorded later, it's no problem. Just tell me where you're watching from. So I have here the template. This template is PSD, so it's going to open any program that you have that opens PSD. That means Affinity Photo on the iPad app, any of this, it can work. I'm thinking actually later to show one of the templates here on the iPad on a later tutorial. So I want to show here the pictures that I have for today. And I think I duplicated them. I don't need this. I duplicated them, I think, when I was opening them. Yeah. Before we get started putting this on the layout though, or maybe I want to do that first. But first, let me just do some color here. I just want to tell you something also is that I'm working with a tablet. So, and I work with the XD Pen tablet, just so you know. And I first gonna do, of course, this picture needs some lightening corrections, so I'm gonna do that right now. So we're gonna go adjustment. Let me go to levels first. So I want to try to do this tutorial 30 minutes or less. Let's see if we can accomplish that. Okay, better. And hue and saturation, let's give her some more color. I don't want her green. That's it. All right. There was one she was looking at me and I picked this up, but that's fine. Luna, it's hard to get her, you know, a picture of her like Sanji. So I got this one, but I have an idea. So let's first, before of, you know, building the background and everything, I think let's put the pictures what we want, and then we can see where we go. As always, I say I don't plan anything. The only thing I planned was the pictures and the kind of layout, you know, that I want to do with my dogs. So let's take a look at the template here. If you're not familiar with templates, then templates is just a jump start for you. So the designer do the jump start of the layout, some elements for you, and you basically just plug things up. Of course, the great thing is that it comes with all this extra, like for example, this is a mask here. You can use as a mask, you can use as with a paper, you can use with a picture. It doesn't matter. It has extra things that you can use in other layouts. So you can also change the templates, which I encourage you. Maybe you don't want 2 pictures, you just want 1 picture. But today I'm gonna follow as it is for you to see my take on it. But it would be fun to see. And also, if you want to share, I would love to see your layouts, and you can join our Facebook group. The link is in the comments here. And or you can let me know where you post your layouts, and I would love to see them. Of course, if you post this and create with my templates, please give a credit. I would appreciate if you could share this tutorial so people could learn about the YouTube, and don't forget to give your like. All right, so let's get it started here. So I think I'm gonna put Sanji here. So let's bring her up. And I'm gonna give a close up because we're gonna do some effects here. First, I don't want this background. It is distracting. So, okay, I'm on the right place. So I'm gonna clip here, and what we're gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate this picture here, okay? So Command Control J. So now you can see I have her duplicated here. But first, what we're gonna do on this one here, we're gonna blur, because I wanna blur this background. It is important also when you duplicate, you can see she's in the same place at the bottom one, so this is important. I'm on the bottom one, and I'm gonna go filter, blur, no, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm gonna blur this picture. Oh, am I on the wrong one? Well, how can you see that if I have the one on top? There we go. Sorry about that. So let's try again. Blur, Gaussian blur. There we go. We're gonna blur her. And if you have the new Photoshop, you know the Photoshop now has AI. What I'm going to try now and see how well Photoshop works selecting her. So I'm gonna click here, select subject. If you have the new Photoshop, Photoshop 2024, and you don't see this, you can come to Window and Contextual Text Bar, and then you're gonna see that, okay? So we're gonna select subject, perfect, and I'm gonna mask her. So what you see now, it's her crispier and kind of going over here the window, because what we did, we blurred the background and we put her on top. But as you can see here, this middle here is not blurred, of course, because this is the masked. So I'm gonna use a soft brush, Photoshop Legacy brushes. It's way big. And I am going to hide this. because then it's gonna be blurred. And then we just see her really crisp. Okay. I hope you are following it. So what I want now is for her to have a little bit more color. So now that, you know, she's isolated, so I can kind of go, pay attention that here I am on the mask. So let's just click on her instead of the mask. No, I don't want to style. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna come to curves. And I'm gonna bump the redness there. Can you see how her color popped up? And there you go. So now she's way more with color. Okay. Okay, so we did that. So now let's go to Lulu. So we can close this one. So let's stay on the position of the photo. So I'm here on the right position on the layer. I'm going to bring her now. Oh, that's big. So I'm gonna turn her. Let me clip to see. So I'm gonna clip here. Yeah, way too big. I want us to see her body. Okay, so I'm gonna again duplicate this. I have to confirm first. I'm gonna duplicate this layer. I'm gonna hide the bottom one. Let's see what Photoshop can do. I think it's gonna be trickier, but let's see what it can do with her body. Yeah, that's what I thought about it. Okay, and that's totally fine. We're gonna mask and let's put here. Yeah, we kind of, I think what I'm gonna do is I want this to go here to be blurred. So yeah, so let's try that. Let's blur here and see what happens. So Gaussian blur. I want to blur a lot. And let's bring her head. Yeah, I kind of like that. But then if I select both, and I make it bigger. Yeah, I like that. So let's see, little lower. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make Sandy bigger. the way I'm highlighting both layers, I'm gonna connect down here with the chain, and then I can make her bigger and kind of going off there, the frame. Do you see that? I just moving. And I don't care that it's cut here, because we can put elements or stuff to, you know, pretend she's putting her paws on a flower or something. So I could actually make this even bigger. You see that? Then her head is off because she's cut it off and she's not clipped. Then her head sticks out there. So, got it? So we have this fun, unique layout, and you can imagine that this in a paper you would have to cut around and it would not look pretty. And what I want to do here with this mask, I thought about putting this picture here. And let's see if it's gonna work. I'm not sure, but I wanna, when we do a layout, a digital scrapbooking layout or a scrapbooking layout, we are telling a story, right? We are telling a story. So oops, I'm gonna clip this here. Okay, perfect. So I think I just have to adjust this. You can see here that I'm not going through the whole mask, and that is fine. What I can do later is clip a paper or leave it like this, but for now it's good. So yeah. So now we can start having fun with the elements. I'm gonna actually save this. Make sure you save. And I'm gonna start bringing things, and I think I'm gonna use my bloom collection. So let me see if I show my bridge. Yeah, okay. So let's go to the bloom collection, because the bloom collection has a bunch of fun papers with gradients and textures and watercolor papers. So I think I want to do this very girly, so I think I'm gonna bring this one. So the way we put that, we're gonna go to the last layer, and I'm gonna put this paper. And what I'm gonna do right now, because I'm not gonna use this right anymore, I'm gonna just take this contextual bar out. Perfect. So because I don't want it, like, we don't want it to be too pinky, right? Because we have already the flowers and the background. So let's bring something that is not pinky. But first, I'm noticing that this picture here is a little not as bright in terms of colors. So I'm going to increase the saturation here. There we go. And I'm going to go on the levels, curves, and I'm gonna put green, and I'm gonna bump it up the green there. Yeah, okay. So this title here, I left at a text layer, so you can put your own, oh, I'm sorry, you can put your own font. So let me go back here to bridge. So we have some transfers which are fun, and I just want to show you here. We have all the school elements, very girly. So this is what we're gonna probably be using here. And we have the bloom brushes as well, which I don't think we're gonna be using today, but maybe. I see some things here that maybe would be fun. So let's go back to Photoshop. So this is what we have so far. And I think I was not showing, but I just bumped it up the curves here for the green to pop, because you know right now all the lawn here in Florida is dry because it has not been raining a lot. Okay, so I know that I want to create some more layers here, especially to hide this here, but it's gonna be underneath all this, right? So let's go bottom here. I know I want something probably here on top of her. So I'm not gonna go back and forth from bridge, so you can just keep looking because I'm gonna bring further. But first I think I'm gonna start with some brushing. Let's start with the bottom layer here above the paper and above this transfer here. I'm gonna put a new layer. I'm gonna go here to green. So if you see, for example, if you see this exclamation mark here, that means that this color is not on gamut. So you just change it to a color that it is, or you click on it and it goes to the closest one that is on gamut there. Okay. So let's bring some brushes. So I'm gonna pick here the bloom brushes. Let me close the Photoshop brushes. And it's called Bloom Mix. I sell separate from the collection. Because it is a brush, they are more stamps, and I want to see the stamps. We can go here on this menu of the brush and show brush tip, and I can make it bigger so I can see the tip. What I want is some leaves, like this one here. And I want to put them in the background, but not that strong. So, and no, this is, I don't want this, I want leaves. So we have that one, and we have this one. Yeah. But then what I'm going to do is go here to the I wanted the brush to go more that way, so I'm gonna just turn the brush a little bit. I'm going to put another layer. Oops, too big. Let's see. Yeah, way too big. Okay, yeah, I turned too much, so let me turn. No, the other way. There you go. There you go. So we're gonna come here. I think I'm gonna do this one darker. Yeah, and I'm gonna decrease the opacity a little bit. There you go. And okay, now I'm going to, you're not gonna see this, you're just gonna see my mouse moving, but it's because I am going to the kit. I think I'm gonna go to one of the transfers. This one or this one. Although I think yellow is better with the color that we have. So I'm gonna close the blue. Close the paper. So now I want this transfer to be on top here of her paws. Again, I don't know if that's gonna work, right? But that's the beauty of digital. We can give tries and takes and see. just want to create things here so we know, we don't see that clear that she has that there. I actually want this under the transfer. Boy, we already have 26 minutes. How the time goes so fast. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, let's go a little faster. I'm going to mask this, and I'm gonna go with, gonna remove brush tip, make this smaller. And I'm gonna go to my brayer brush. That's one of my favorites, and it's on the jelly print kit, the jelly kit for you to do. And I'm just gonna erase this a little bit, but at the same time leave it some grunginess there. Okay, I'm actually gonna put some of this back. Opacity, so it almost look like a transfer as well. There we go. So you see that? So we have that there. And let's see. This layout has a lot of things, so it's not like we need tons of things, but let me see here on the elements what I can do. Oh, for sure I want to put this because they are cutie pies. So I'm gonna go to the top. I'm just gonna try to go a little faster so it's not too long. So we're just gonna put a very small shadow. Huh, way big. First, we don't want this so strong, like black, right? Yeah. Like maybe 6. There we go. And maybe distance 5. And I'm gonna duplicate this. Again, to make things different, we just rotate. Okay. And let me see if I find. Oh, I like this. Have to accept this first. Close the confetti. I'm just gonna get this paper here. Let's go close up again. I think I'm gonna put this underneath Luna. There you go. And I'm gonna use Mamish shadows for Photoshop. Faster for me. And that's it, I think. So what I'm gonna do here is just show you. We're gonna create here a choose whatever font you like. I have tons of fonts, so I'm gonna do First, let me write, I want cuties. And let me see now, because if you write, then you can see what you like. I want a cursive one. This one is fun. Yeah, maybe 130. And I think I'll use the color here from the color. And what we're gonna do kind of create a sticker. So we're gonna go here to stroke. I already have white. You can put here, you put the position outside. You see how much or how little you want for your sticker, as you can see here. And then we're gonna add a drop shadow. This one I think it needs to be a little darker. There you go. Okay. So it is important also, so the last thing I want to show is it's important to things not float in the layout because it looks digital, it doesn't look real. So I'm gonna show you here, we're gonna go, you kind of put your mouse to the side, create layers. So now they are all in their layers. So I'm gonna go to the drop shadow here, Command Control T, you know by now. And we're gonna tuck the middle here, push the edges there. Yeah, tuck the middle, push the edges. There you go. And you see, like, without flat, and then the shadow gives the real effect there. So I hope you enjoy. This is the final layout. As you can see, we didn't use a lot of stuff because again, the layout, you know, if the layout has a lot, but also if you want to do a more masculine layout, of course, you just remove the transfers, you know, put a blue paper or whatever yellow, more neutral papers, but you can certainly make this for any kind of occasion. And I, you know, thank you for your support, and I encourage you to take a look at my shop, and don't forget to shop at the shop. I have all the links underneath, and let me know what kind of layouts you would like to see, and I hope to see you on my next live. Bye bye.